boy or girl, what is the value system they're following from one family to another family. Based upon that, only people have to do that. So the value system is very, very important. Value system means what is your priority, which activity you are giving importance. That's very basically the value is there. So value system is very, very important. That good values will not be visible. We cannot measure it. Only people can observe. So only people can observe through the behavior. When the situation changes, definitely the behavior of the individual human being will change. That will show you whether whether you follow the bad value system or good value system. When the situation changes, people will behave in a different way. That behaving in a different way will show you, will indicate you what is the value system you're following. And of course, this interview skills is purely based upon getting the good salary. There is no doubt about it. So how we see this money, how we can able to make money. Money is a store of values. Money is a store of values, right? So what there are three types of value you can make money. One is that material value. So either you do service, you can make money. Whether you do new product, you can able to make money. So which type of value system, through which value system you want to make money, that matters a lot. Material value, this one. So next one is this emotional values. How you think, how you feel, how you treat the people. These are the value system. These are related to the emotional values, right? So first one is what is the service you can able to provide so that you can able to make money. What is the product you can able to create through which you can able to make money. These are all related to the material value. This is again this emotional value, how you think about a particular problem, particular situations, how do you feel, and how you treat the people. This is the emotional values. And second, spiritual values, how you love yourself, how you how you connect with the nature, how you connect with the organization. Finally, you can ask that what do you believe in. You have to believe any one of the things, whether you believe in God, whether you believe in nature, or you believe in your father and parents, father and mother. You believe in the book you read it, or you believe in your friends, you believe in the system, something, only one, any one. You have to start thinking about that. I believe strongly with that. Unless you fix yourself to believe any one of the things, it's very difficult to lead your quality life. So now the interviewer asks why I'm talking about these three values. When you apply for any interviews, people interviewer always think about what is the value you can add to my organization. If you do not know what is the value, how you are able to answer it? So value means whether you can able to contribute value through material value, whether you can able to through emotional values, or you can able to contribute through spiritual values. So what is the value you add to the organization? People looking for that. Even if you get the job, within 3 months, 6 months, people can able to judge whether you follow some kind of value system or not. So through this value only, you can able to contribute to any organization. So value system is very important. That next one is the communication skills. So communication skills, people always there are so many uh, stories, so many things are. I can able to speak another for 3 years also, but all these things already many people know, or you can able to Google all these things, so you can able to practice all these things. But basically, I want to go back to the basic. What is the communication skill? Is communication skills always fixed with the communicator or sender who is sending the message, and how the listener understand your text message, and clarify is the point everyone missing on that. That's why we have the communication gap or lack of communications. And finally, receiver is there. So suppose I am communicating something to you, I am communicator. How best you can understand? So I am communicating some concept, some message to some with respect to some context. Whether you are understanding with the same context or same frequency, you are understanding, that matters a lot. Then who has to clarify? In the Western countries, It is the responsibility of the communicator to make the listener correctly understand with the communicator frequency. In the Western side, Western country people are following that style. Whereas in Asia Pacific country people, we are seeing that this it is a receiver's responsibility to get it clarified what the message given by the communicator. So you have to be very careful about it. So suppose for example, I'm asking some people, I'm traveling. Some people are unknown people are newly meeting people, receiving me on the airport or railway station, right? So I'm communicating to the receiver. So I'm coming by the Shatabdi Express. It reaches Chennai Egmore evening 6 p.m. This is a message I'm giving that, right? Now receiver receives. So what are the things is missing in that one? So I'm which train I'm coming, what time I'm coming, that okay, whether where you stand, where I can able to meet, from that point where I can go by, whether it go by car or whether I have to choose any other transformation is there. So all these things, small, lot of gaps will be there. Who has to clarify? As far as this Asia Pacific people concerned, it is the responsibility of the receiver. Whereas Western countries, it's the responsibility of the communicator. Now I'm just giving to the day-to-day life activities. When in our house, a mother or wife preparing the breakfast. So when you go to the eating the breakfast in the morning, people bringing the idli to me, then asking, today also idli, I'm asking, isn't every day why you are bringing idli? We will ask our wife or our mother, right? Then why you ask this question? Have you informed your mother or wife that tomorrow morning I want idiyappam for my breakfast, dosa for breakfast, for my breakfast? We never communicated. But when people are presenting the information, we say that why this is kind of, because we are not telling our expectations. So similarly that some of the people when I mean we are going out, we never most of the times we don't we are not informing our family members where I'm going, what time I come back, whether we're coming back to home, whether I finish my dinner or not, or for dinner this is what I preferred. Can you able to do this kind of all these things missing in between that? I'm going out. When the people are family members ask when you come back, I do not know. I don't understand how people do not know. You have to tell us approximately. You tell, sir, 8 o'clock will come. When 7:45, 7:50 comes, the time comes. If you do not know by 8 o'clock, you are not able to reach home. Definitely, you have to inform. I am already late. I told you by I will come by 8 o'clock, but now my situation is different. I cannot come by 8 o'clock. I will come by 9:30. So these kind of small communications we totally avoided. Not avoided. We take it granted. We take it granted. We assume that people knows, or even people ask get it clarified. We don't want to clarify them. So this is where, and we simply ask even if you do not know this. I know a lot of things, but what is your expectation? That matters a lot. I know a lot of things. What is your expectations? What I supposed to do? What do you want? So these are the small gap is between, plenty of gap is available between the communicator and the receiver. So if you want to be comfortable, you start to get clarified. You ask so many questions to get it clarify all the things in the any communication skills. This is what I want to touch about these communication skills. Now coming to these are the skills you want to develop. So what is already required for that? So basically the self-efficacy, there is a theory called self-efficacy. So how well one can execute course of action required to deal with the prospective situations. This we call it as a self-efficacy theory. So basically, I need to believe in myself. Already I told you, what do you believe in? Whether you believe in your mother, whether you strongly believe your father, whether you strongly believe your teacher, whether you strongly believe God, whether you strongly believe nature, you need to first believe any one on things, right? Now I'm asking the questions, do you believe yourself? So believe in yourself, and the universe is forced to believe in you. First of all, I have to believe myself, right? This we call it as a self-efficacy theory. And an individual's belief in his or capacity to execute behaviors necessary to produce specific performance attainment. So whenever these questions are asking, whenever you're going to join in the any organization, definitely they are going to assign some roles and responsibility. They know what is the procedure they have to do that and what is the outcome they are expecting that. When you do not know what is the roles and responsibility, which job you are applying, what is the job description, and what is the procedure to follow this, what is the expected outcome you are going to, all these things you have to understand that. After understanding that, then think about yourself whether I am capable of doing all these things. That we call it as the self-efficacy. So capacity to execute the actions or behavior necessary to produce specific performance attainments or outcomes, right? So self-efficacy is a person's belief in the ability to succeed in a particular situation, because situations are continuously changing. With one set of skills or one set of competency, we cannot handle different situations. When you when you go to the college, when you go to the classroom, you need different set of self-efficacy. When you go to the examination hall, you need different set of self-belief you have. When you go to the staff room to meet the faculty, you have different set of beliefs. When you meet your parents, you need different set of beliefs. When you meet your friends, you need different set of belief system is must be there. So the person's belief in their ability, how I can able to handle the situation, how I can able to handle my parents, how I can able to handle my teacher, how I can able to handle the interviewer. Once I join the job, how I can able to handle my peer group people, how I can able to handle the machines or instruments which I am going to operate it. All these things we call it as a self-efficacy. Again, this as I told you, this is a prodigy effect is there. So when I told you this. When I am preparing for the examination to write and get marks, my preparation level is altogether different. When I want to teach for somebody, that preparation is totally different. That we call it as the prodigy effect. Now, if you want to appear, if you want to develop the interviewing skills, you can able to do mock along with your friends. You be an interviewer, you ask standard frequently asked questions, you can able to get it in the web. Any companies or what are the standard questions, prepare the right kind of answers, you can do with your friends. You can do with your friends that how I can able to perform well. That we call it as this prodigy effect, right? Then you can do the self-assessment. As I told, no, this I attended so many interviews. For each after the interview, every interview is completed, I write down all the questions, all the answers I know, and verify the right answers are there. And what are the questions I could not answer, then I try to find out what is the right answer. So that we call it as self-assessment. So self-assessment is very, very important. Nowadays the frequently asked question for industry wise, we can able to get it. You have to find out the right answer. You have to practice it while doing that. That we call self-assessment. Self-questioning is another important is what I want, what I expect. See, what the employers are expecting the interviewer. Similarly, candidates also are expecting certain things from the employer or interviewer. So you have to ask questions. Whether what is my need and wants, whether I can able to get this my expectation in with this particular organization or not. You have to do that. Self-analysis, self-questioning is very, very important. That right. This is another peer assessment you can able to do with your all friends or again the group assessment of course is there. Some of the job is required that group activities. Now this off late, I mean, um, after 2000 for last 15 years or 20 years, in every organization, every work, 30% of work you can able to do independently. 30% work you can able to do dependently. You are depending somebody is depending on you. And 40% of the work is interdependent. I am depending on you, you are depending on me. Together only we can able to complete the task. So now you please categorize any of the activities you do. Whether this activity I only can do, nobody can replace me to do this. Suppose for example, if you want to renew the passport, if you want to renew the driving license, you only can able to go and do it. Nobody can do it for you. So 30% of work independently you have to do it. Another 30% of work, I am depending on you, you are depending on me, which means that in any organization, all organizations, the work is process related. So process has a different stages: first level, second level, third level, fourth level. So once the first level is complete, then only the second level work can be started. So which means that I'm depending on the first stage of people, I'm the third stage of people depending on second stage, I'm in the second stage. So dependent answers, you have to understand clearly that depending on that. And 40% of today's work are interdependent. I am depending on you, you are depending on me. Then together only we can able to complete the task. So this type of questions and all people will, when people are asking the questions in the interviewer, you can able to immediately judge whether this work is I can able to do, or I can make use of somebody, or I can get the help from them, or whether I can able to do collaboratively. All these things you can, as a group of students, you can able to sit and discuss what type of this question comes, how we can able to answer that kind of things. And similarly, if you go for this any end of this defense short service commission, that is SSB, all interviews, definitely the group assessment will be there. Individual assessment will be there, group assessment will be there, and dependency assessment will be there. So once you know, understand the particular activity is independent or dependent or interdependent, you can easily able to sail through that. You can able to pass through that. So believe in yourself is one of the very basic things is there. Second one is a mindset. So what is your mindset about that? Any particular job, any particular organization, any particular activities you want to do that. So even if it's some companies asking for you to attend for the interview. So what is your mindset? Whether you want to attend the interview, or whether you want to attend the interview for this particular company, or whether you want to do, okay, I'll go and try whether it's come, whether I able to pass through or not, no problem, I will get the experience. Or I don't want this company, but interview has come, so I have to appear for that. There are so many things are there. So the way people think about their ability, we call it as the mindset, right? So there are two types of mindset is there: fixed mindset and growth mindset. Okay. So growth mindset, people always think whenever they complete the job, what next? They don't stick on to the same situation. Whenever there is a setback or these things, they will immediately move on from the setback and go for the next step. What next I can able to do? Or as soon as I complete the particular activity, what I learn when I do the same activity, how I can able to improve. So this, when I'm not able to do complete a particular topic, why I'm not able to particular task. When people are asking some questions, why I'm not able to answer that questions, why I'm not able to perform to the level of their expectations. If you start doing that analysis, then you can definitely can able to improve on it, right? So mindset is very very important. That next, this is one of the very basic questions people ask in is what is your strength and weakness? Of course, all resume definitely the people include this is my strength, this is my weakness. People always put it in that, and definitely this is one frequently asked. This is one of the important questions. Every interview people ask what is your strength and weakness. Now, please understand how to answer that question. If you ask people ask what is the strength and weakness, how to answer it. So strength, what is strength? Strength means any activity you do consistently with near perfection, right? Once you complete that activity, you have some kind of inner satisfaction. Yes, I have completed this. I have some satisfaction. After that, your subconscious mind is always longing for repeating the same activity. And next, whenever you do this same activity, definitely without anybody's instruction follow up, you will do improvement in that same activity. So those activities are your strength. Say for example, if you take people are giving ask you to give the presentation. So you are very passionate about preparing the presentation. So you are preparing the slides. So once you complete the presentation and preparing the slides, you have some kind of satisfaction. Oh, I have prepared beautiful slides. I prepared it. I am having some inner kind of satisfaction is there. So same things when I have another opportunity to prepare different kind of presentations. Again, I have to prepare the slides. Now I say things. So last time I did this, and now I want to improve this. Nobody's instruction, nobody is any given. You yourself doing that improvement. So what are those activities you can able to do? Those activities are called the strength. And please understand that strength is related to the your role, what your role you are playing on that. Now you are playing the role of student. that strength is different. If you are playing the role of your son, you are a son or daughter for your parents, that role is different. That strength related to that particular role is different. Similarly, that if you are discussing, dealing with your friends, what is the some activities required for the for playing the friendship role, that strength is different. So we cannot have one kind of strength we can play with all different places. With respect to the role, what is the role I'm playing, for each role demands different set of strength, different set of activities, repeated activities. Right now, tell me that when you ask the interviewer asking the questions, you say that, so when I am the student, I'm doing these are the activities. These are all my strength. Okay, when I'm playing I'm playing the role of my son or daughter to my parents. I'm doing these are the activities, so I make my parents comfortable. These are the activities I do so that I can able to make comfortable my friends. So with respect to the role, what are the activities I do repeatedly without anybody's instruction? That we call it as the strength. Now you have to say, for example, if you say that I'm a master in Python programming, which means that already you completed 100 times, 100 different programs you have to complete it without anybody's instructions. When it comes this next time that you want to have some opportunity to doing programming in Python language, you yourself do excellently without anybody's instruction. So that kind of activity we call it as a strength. So the how to identify my strength is that you can any activity you do repeatedly, happily, and successfully without anybody's instruction, that activities are called strength. Please identify, do some self-reflection, self-awareness. What are the activities when I completed, so many people appreciated me? What are the activities as soon as I completed, I have some kind of inner satisfaction? Those activities are strength. Now you can put it in your resume. You can able to explain in the interviews. Now coming to this weakness. What is again, weakness is related to the role you are playing. Role you are playing that. So if you are playing the role of son or daughter to your family members, when family members ask you to do some activities, you are not able to perform that their level of expectation, that activity will become your weakness. So weakness related to the activities, not related to the individual persons, related to the activities, right? So for example, that when the college or office starts by 9 o'clock, so I could not come to the college at 9 o'clock. I've always come by 9:10, 9:15 only. That will become your weakness. That will become a weakness, right? Which means that I'm not able to keep up that. When I go to the college, I'm not maintaining timings. When I want to meet my friends, I always maintaining the time. When I want to catch the train or flight, I always maintain the timings. Only thing when I go to the class, I find it difficult to maintaining the time. So with respect to student as a role, I could not maintaining the time management. When I play a parents or a son or daughter, I can able to play a justification. I can able to manage the time management. When I meeting the friends, dealing with the friends, I am very perfect in time management. So time management is in different areas. When you catch a train and flight, if you do not maintain the time management, you miss the flight or train. So weakness is why I am not able to perform a particular activity to meet the expected level of performance, whether it is due to lack of knowledge or whether it is due to lack of skill, whether it is lack of due to my talent, whether it is due to lack of my attitude, whether it is due to lack of my mindset. If you're able to start analyzing why I am not able to meet the expected level of performance, any one of these components, you can very well correct this, improve it. In that sense, any weakness you can able to convert into strength. There's no doubt about it. So when the interview people asking what is your strength and weakness, you have the clarity in replying the answers. Even don't worry about tell your weakness. Nobody will find fault because in this world no one is 100% perfect. It's not possible also. You can how confidently you are telling your weakness, that matters a lot. I'm just giving one more example. Okay. So when I told you, I'm through employment exchange. Around three out of the 300 3,500 students writing written examination, only 12 people selected for the interview. And again, out of 12, 6 people selected for the position. No? So one of the I'm in the personal interview. Uh, People, one scientist called Mr. Chella, Dr. Chellappa was there. He's a scientist. He is only interviewing me. He's asking what is your undergrad BSc project, not only MSc project. After completing MSc, he's asking about the BSc project. Then I told I did some solar system I designed this using this thermocol and all these things. I can able to produce the current using uh, sunlight. I can able to show some millimeter current in the millimeter, not today's system. Like using this millimeter, I can able to produce some milliampere current. I can able to produce it. Then he was first impressed. He is asking first level, second level. When you go to the third level, I could not answer the questions because the undergraduate program, we 6 people done this project. I played only one role, one part of that role, so I know only that. Another what other students, other 5 students did, I do not know because it's a group project. We submit the project, we got the pass mark and pass comment. When the Dr. Chellappa, our scientist, is asking the third level questions, I do not know the answer for that. But immediately I told them that, sir, sorry, sir, I'm not aware of it. I know only these two part, so that I can able to answer. This other part, other students are done this, I do not know. Then he is asking. See, it's a collective project. Everyone should know what other people are know. Is it correct or wrong? He's asked. Yes, sir, it's correct, but I have not given any attention to that. I bluntly told. I openly, frankly told. Then I, after selection, I went joining. After one of the 3 months or 6 months, I had opportunity again discussing with the same scientist Chellappa. That time he remembered and told me that. So you bluntly told that I do not know because it's a complete project. Only I know only 2 stages. It was impressed me. He told me like this. So how boldly, how confidently you tell your weakness, people will accept it. Don't worry about to tell your weakness, right? But weakness related to how why you are not able to perform the task with respect to the expected level of performance. So you have to tell that story. That's very, very important, that, right? And again, I give one other example that when I was working in college, uh, I know the students are daily coming. Some late students will be coming. So what for 1 month I observing for all the students are coming late. I can able to find out some 5 or 6 students are coming late daily. Then I ask one by one. I ask the people, students. I asking them why you are not able to come. Then he tell the story. He is residing in remote village. So morning 6 o'clock, he has to start from home using bicycle. He come to his bus stop. He has to catch the that particular bus stop for 6:20 or 6:30 on town bus. He will reach the town, right? From that town only college bus is playing. From that, I'm just telling this near Karaikudi, some place was there. He has to come to the Karaikudi. So from his home, he will come to some place, catch the local town bus to reach the Karaikudi. From Karaikudi only a college bus is running, so he will be able to catch the college bus. The moment he missed its local town bus to reach that local bus stop by cycle 5 minutes or 10 minutes late, he will not come to be able to college. It will take another 1 hour to reach his college, which means that is his weakness because nobody can help because he has his parents are living his home is there. You have to come by cycle, catch a town bus, another come to the college bus. There are all are interdependent. If one particular point, if you miss it, definitely it will not complete it. So that is a weakness for him. So we will accept that weakness. Next one is creating awareness gap, closing the skill gap. This is another slogan I can able to find out that. See, in the college, I don't understand even the corporate people are coming and say, yeah, students are having lack of employability skills, all these things. Personally, I will not convince, I am not happy about this lack of employability skills. Only thing, it is our inability, whether student side, department side, faculty side, or college sides, it is our inability to express what is the skill or competency we developed over the period of time. That's what with this we call it as the creating the awareness gap. So when it is, see for example, every day college is running 7 periods or 8 periods. So daily people are coming 9 o'clock, 9 to 4 college is working. I definitely know that some of the students having 100% attendance without even taking 1 day leave. What is the meaning of if a student having 100% attendance? He is having excellent time management. He has excellent mindset. He has the aspirations. These are the good qualities. Otherwise, unless you have the value system, good qualities, one student cannot have the 100% attendance. It's not possible. But we are not telling that I'm having 100% attendance, which means that I know how to, I have the excellent time management. I have the good value system. I have this aspiration for I love my subject. I love my college. This is why I can able to produce 100% result. These things we are not expressing at all. We never put it in our resume also. So it is our responsibility to create the awareness gap. This is the awareness gap, and we have to tell them that. So again, this is internal mark is there, external mark is there, lab coursework is there. All these things will. What are all the people claiming that lack of employability skills? All skills are embedded in our day-to-day activities in every college. So this is the way you have to project yourself, right? This we call it as the awareness, creating awareness gap and closing the skill gap is there, right? Next one is this mind the gap knowledge, mind the knowledge gap. So this is I had when I interviewed more than 5,000 students across Tamil Nadu, I can able to sense that when I ask some questions, very few students only blindly say that I do not know, sorry. Otherwise, students always want to impress in the name of impressing the interviewer, they are telling so many irrelevant answers. If you ask straight questions, if you know the answer, tell the answers, right? If you do not know the answer, first blindly tell, sorry, I do not know. Don't try to act that if you know something. Easily people can able to identify that. So don't do that kind of commitments. I do not know is the one of the best correct answer. Please understand that. I do not know is the one of the best correct answer. If you do not know, how do I know that you know that? No, not at all possible. Now, what I discussed so far that I put it in this, what is see, do all these things, put it in that. So result, what is the result? I want to impress the interviewer, I want to get the job. So if I want to get the job, what are the activities I want to do? I can go back. So this is the result I want to get it. So if you want to get the job in that particular interview, what are the activities I want to do? This is what we have discussed so far. These are the activities we want to do that, right? And we can do a lot of changes here. I can attend the interview, I can attend this kind of training programs, I can go to the coaching class, and trainers will come and train. All these things, activity will happen here. Okay. But there is no use here unless you change the basic thing here. Basically, we need to change my belief system, thought process, assumptions. That's very important that. Otherwise, what will happen that if you do lot of things here, if you do not do nothing here, change in belief, change in thought, change in assumption, the result directly coming from here. If you repeatedly doing the same activity, if repeatedly doing the same activity, expecting the different result is insane. If you want to have the different result, you have to do different activity. When you do the different activity, unless you think I want to do, unless I change my thought process, unless I change my assumption, unless I do some improvement in my belief system, I cannot do different activities, I cannot get different results. So that's why I put it is, if you want to change the fruit, change the root. What is the root? Root is my basic belief system, thought, assumption, right? So how do I change my beliefs, thought system, assumption is there. So belief system, what is the belief system say? What is the belief system about the awarding the internal mark? I want to conduct the internal examination, then I have to award. So what is my belief system about malpractice in the examinations? So what is the thought process about I'm joining BSc Computer Science 3-year program. So what is my thought process about this BSc Computer Science subject? And assumptions, when I join this, when I go from one semester to another semester, what is the assumption I have? I have the assumption that I have cleared all the papers without arrear. I'm going from one semester to another semester. But reality is not that. So these are the assumptions. By assuming something, we are taking action on it. When you're not getting the expected result, our assumption is wrong, not the activity. If you change the assumption, your activity will change, your result will change. So till you get the expected results outcome, you keep on change the activity. If you don't change your assumption, belief system, you will not get the result. So basically, you have to change in your belief system, thought process, assumption about the interview, about the course, about the organization, about the your parents, your friends, all these things. You cannot get the expected result. So how do I change my belief, assumption, thought process? There are two ways you can able to do this. One is read lot of books. Definitely, it will give you a wide variety of knowledge to change different belief system, different thought process, different assumptions. Second one is travel widely. Traveling widely is a cost involved. It's very difficult to travel in different parts of the country or different parts of the world. It's a cost involved. Whereas reading the books is very cheap. So if you read different genre of the books, definitely your belief system will change, your thought process will change, assumption will change. That will directly give the what is the result you want to achieve it. So if you want to get a dream job, I want to join Wipro, I want to join HPCL, if I want to join Reserve Bank of India, this is my dream job. Okay, so what is a belief system you have to if you want to join the RBI, if you want to join this State Bank of India, what is the belief system you have, how to join all this? Unless you change this here, you can't get it, right? So traveling and reading the books will completely give different type of belief system, different thought process, different assumptions will give. Traveling cost more. If you have affordable to travel, you can travel a lot. Not only travel, when you travel, you have to closely observe how people are behaving in different situations. That's why I always used to uh, give suggestions for these students to closely, if you want to closely observe the people and emotionally, if you want to strong, one thing is you have to travel in the public transport. If you travel in the public transport, you can able to understand how the conductors dealing with so many passengers, how emotionally he is strong. And second one is you have to visit the public distribution system. We call it as a ration shop. If you visit the ration shop, you can able to understand how the people are believe, what is the thought process they have, what is the assumption they have, how emotionally people are related to even 50 paisa change. So these are things you can closely observe, then you can able to develop your value system, all these things you can able to do that, right? Then now whether you have these right kind of qualifications, education, skill, competency, all these things. As I told you, what is the daily activity? Daily activity matters a lot. How much effort you are putting. Effort is greater than the competence. Effort is greater than your natural talent. Effort is greater than your knowledge. Effort is greater than your technology. So everything you can able to succeed if you have the consistently put effort on it. If I want to achieve, if I want to develop particular skills, how much effort I am putting on it, how much time I invest to put the effort is. That's why just I want to make it as how much is 1% change in effort. So if you have 1.001365 days, I have only one. If I give 1.01 percentage in any every activity I do, put it on that, definitely the difference is 36.7 percentage improvement is there. Nothing, doing nothing at all versus small consistent effort. All 365 days, if I came able to put zero point zero 0.01 effort on any activity which I want to do to succeed in get my dream job, definitely there is a big difference between you and your other competitor. 36.7 percentage difference between you and other people are there. And fine, this is coming to the being a professional. So whether you are a student or whoever it may be, every time you have to act like a professional. That only it will give the impression to other people on that. So what is being a professional? So doing the things you love to do, that's very easy. But on the days you don't feel like doing them, it's very difficult. So on the days you don't feel like doing them, even those days, if you do the what are the activities you love to do, that become the professionals. So there is always some kind of expectation from us to others, whether it is employer, whether it's a teacher, whether it's parents or friends, whoever it may be that. How far we are able to fulfill their expectations? What is the things we require to fulfill that how effectively you can able to do that? We call it as the being a professional is there. Now, coming to this end of this session, that we call it as what do you do when you are alone? When you are alone, what you are doing, those activities only you can able to perform in front of others. You're going that attending the interview, how much time you prepare yourself when you are alone? When you are alone, how much time you're putting for the preparation? When you are alone, if you're reading the books, definitely you can able to perform in front of others. What is the concept, framework, stories available in the book, you can able to connect it. If you're alone, if you're simply watching this web series, what you can able to perform in front of others? If you're continuously Instagram, all the social media, be able to spend time, what are you able to perform in front of? So always please keep it in mind. Remember, you can able to perform, you can able to demonstrate your performance in front of others, wherever it may be, whether it is office, home, wherever it may be. You have to perform or demonstrate your performance, what you know in front of others. For that, if you are alone, what you are doing, that matters a lot. Both are directly proportional to each other. So your identity is your performance, right? So please understand that all performance you have to do in front of others. So for that, when you are alone, what you are doing, whether you are preparing or you are not preparing, that matters a lot. Now, understanding that. So far what we discussed about that, all I'm talking about how you can able to do self-awareness. What is your self-efficacy? How to improve that? What is the self-respect you are expecting from others? What is your self-esteem? What is the self who? How you do self-motivation? So nobody will motivate you. You have to regenerate yourself every time, every hour. And what is your self-regulation? What is the discipline you follow? Self-discipline regulations. All these things will lead you to develop or manage your time management, communication skill, decision making, presentation skills, digital skill, unisex skill, all these things you can able to do that. Absolutely, there's no doubt about it. But all these things, self-awareness, self-efficacy, self-respect, self-esteem, self-motivation, self-regulation, you can apply, you can use it only to demonstrate your performance. You can able to use these things to demonstrate your performance in front of others, not using to show your attitude. Please understand the difference. If you use these all these things, I have developed all the interview skills, communication, digital skill, everything I developed, I mastered it, sir. Okay, you apply, use it when you are performing, you are demonstrate performing your performance, not carry as your attitude. If you carry as an attitude, definitely will become failure in when you are performing, doing demonstration and performance in front of others. So make a clarity on it. All these things I can able to use while demonstrating my performance. I should not carry as my attitude. So value, finally, this one question I want to put it as this is on this. So if you're able to find out the answer, who you are, what you can do for the organization. This is the one question I want finally. If you ask me, sir, this developing effective interview skills, I don't find time, sir. Please tell me only one sentence, sir. What is that? This is the one sentence. Who you are, what you can do. If I want to complete easily process the interview, see, I'm doing interview from morning 9 to 5. As an interviewer, I'm seeing every candidate, I'm seeing that. After sometimes, after seeing 15, 20 candidates, I also get tired. Then 21st candidates comes. What I ask, I don't want to ask, tell me about yourself, what is your strength and weakness. I don't want to ask anything. I ask only one questions. Who you are, what you can able to do for my organization. Tell me. Only one question, one answer, you are selected, not selected. But the question is very simple. Preparing the answer, articulating the answer in a convincing manner, that matters a lot. Right? So thank you very much. Any questions? I love to answer for this.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And your presentation was very close to our heart. And it was very much down to earth. And I was very happy that you kept on insisting on reading books,
Yes.
because the habit of reading books is really getting tarnished these days. And
Yeah.
I'm sure the participants would have understood the importance of reading the books over there. So, thank you very much for your wonderful presentation. And though there are a few questions to be addressed, I think we can address at least one question.
Yeah.
How to handle group discussion effectively?
Yeah. Group discussion. Yeah. Group discussion. What we are asking. What is the um, importance of GST? For example, we ask. This is a see. Discuss about the importance of GST. That's a topic given to the students. So all students are thinking this. So I whether I know about the GST, I can able to speak. Right? So if I know anything about the GST, first I will raise the hand, I will tell my points. You are impressed, you will get some tick mark. Whether the content you are giving about the GST is correct or not, it has to be very clear. You should not give any wrong kind of information. Another extreme, I do not know anything about the GST. Now I can able to organize the group members. Come on, Rajesh, you tell me what is first candidate told what is about the GST. Then you take the lead. Next, Rajesh, you tell me what is your idea about GST. Then ask he say, no, no, he says that you telling that. Then okay, now you tell me what is that. You can lead the team if you do not know the answer, and you can after all the people are completing the discussion, you can consolidate and summarize. Rajesh told this, she said like this. You can collect the points. I can able to summarize it. This is the two ways you can able to easily handle the group discussion. Once you know the topic, first you topic tell politely all what are the content you know. Second, if anybody telling the information which you do not know, you I appreciate them in the group discussion. Oh, if these are the things are there, I do not know that. Thank you for the information you tell. And if you do not know anything on that, lead the team. You say that, you say this, you say this, and collectively all the points. Finally, you summarize and close the group discussion.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
And I thank both the collaborating institutions, the Sendil College of Education and CEDAR, the Center for Data Analytics and Research, for organizing this program. Let me have the privilege of thanking the chairman of Sendil College of Education, Dr. Sendil, whose dedication to educational excellence and institutional growth has been instrumental in shaping the college academic stature, and also the principal of the college, Dr. M. Selvam. So I thank both the dignitaries of the college for collaborating with CEDAR. And with a note of gratitude to the Honorable Chairperson of CEDAR, Dr. Chandrasekharan Rajendran, for his unconditional support and guidance, and a note of appreciation to the Director of CEDAR, Mr. T.S. Jayakumar, and his team for organizing this program. Yeah, I also thank all the participants from all educational institutions and non-governmental organizations and the NGOs for being with us. And thank you one and all. And we will be meeting up soon with another program very shortly. So thank you to the resource expert, Dr. Ashokan. And it is really a privilege for us to invite you in our panel. And you have
Thank you.
been with us this evening. Thank you, Director Sir, Mr. T.S. Jayakumar. Thank you.